in the conference this past weekend against Syracuse.
And away we go. Kalani Willock on serve, and set one underway with a lucky bounce off the tape. Point Tech. Well, of all the ways to score the first point, I didn't have that one on my bingo card tonight.
You know, I was going to say, that's a pretty unorthodox start to a volleyball match, especially at this level.
Here's Leandra Manuel Duran out of Puerto Rico. Kylie Adams in at center tonight in set one. Touch for Crawford, who's top 3 in points in the ACC, just over 3 a set. And that hits the net, a 4-touch violation. We asked Randy Smart about the rotation of both setters, Adams and Baker. And she said, I don't run a 5-2 per se, but having both setters is such a luxury.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. And I think that it was something that she wasn't expecting, but obviously it's working in their favor with the amount of success that Wake Forest is having so far this season.
It's actually Baker's birthday today. I'm shocked she's not in the starting lineup. But Adams fills the duties from the 10-foot line. Ashley Slater blasts the kill. And a great story for Slater, out with an injury all season until last week. And Randy Smart said, hey, it's now or never time. Slater comes in, gets 14 kills, and gives her head coach a ton of confidence.
You know, when we had the chance to talk with her, it was just so cool to see how proud and supportive she is of Ashley Slater. And, you know, her coming in this past weekend after coming off of an injury, and she showed up like she never stopped playing.
That's a point for Virginia Tech. Slater's played in 200 sets in her career and had one of those nagging injuries where it's not going to get any better at this point, so she stays in the match, continues to play, and was an all-ACC freshman just a couple of years ago, so a ton of talent.
Yeah, for having that injury, she definitely seems to be performing pretty well still.
Here's a back row attack that finds a perfect spot. And this Virginia Tech team, feisty, was balance and scoring. That was Sydney Peterson and Leandra Duran combining for the point. Duran, the Missouri transfer. Now Adams back set to Slater. And a net violation, point Wake Forest. That is the challenge tonight for Marcy Byers and Virginia Tech, maintaining a block, bottom 3rd in the league. And this is a good Wake offense that Tech faces.
Yes, we're definitely going to see a lot of blocking. And also, I feel like, you know, we're really just early into this game, but it's been very fast-paced so far. Very fast-paced style of volleyball.
Marcy Byers, who led an excellent Radford program for the last 5 years, comes to Tech now in year 4. And that dump down is kept alive. Nice job in the middle. Kara Lewis, who is 6th in this conference in hit percentage. It's a dangerous threat in the middle.
Here's a look at the really great defense that we're seeing coming from both sides.
Kara Lewis and Marcy Byers noted this. She's best when playing in system. That play is all over the place, and she makes it happen.
You know, when we showed the highlight of her at the beginning of this game, I think one of the things we'll see with Kara Lewis is she's going to be hitting from all over the place, which is, you know, great to have such a versatile player.
That time through the block of Lewis. She leads this team with 175 kills. Real explosive. And now one of the most explosive players in the conference, Paige Crawford, enters 3rd in points, 3.5 kills a set. Has embraced the role as a 6th rotation player in year 2 with an A stat onto it.
Yeah, just being a sophomore for them, she's definitely been instrumental for the success that they've had so far this season. She owns that position.
Crawford off her 4th double-double. That was in the Syracuse BC weekend. These are travel partners, so they both play the same opponents throughout the week. Soft touch. Crawford tees up against a triple team, and that's a net violation. Another point for Paige Crawford.
You know, Evan, that's one of the things that we're definitely going to be seeing, I think, more and more as volleyball continues, is the back row attack. We had the chance to talk with Randy Smart about that, how she's like, that's going to be a key focus for our team, is having hitters that can hit from the front and back row.
There's a stat on AVCA volleyball. Georgia Tech, 10th in the country in back row attacks. But to give you some perspective, it's over 15% of the offense. So teams, as there's a hitting error off the antenna, are more utilizing the back row.
I think just having that outlet, especially if your passing game isn't spot on, is, you know, a great option to have. So we see from the outside hit, going right into the antenna right there.
That was Elizabeth Aylwald. Not a great angle there. New setter in, Bree Siverling. And that soft touch is scooped up by Torrance.
Great defensive play right there.
Both teams running the two-setter rotation tonight, and that goes into the net. So a hitting error for Sarah Malinowski. Only the 9th set of the year, so a rotating lineup at the outside for Tech.
I think that's one of the things that Virginia Tech's going to have to focus on tonight is just eliminating the unforced errors. We've already seen 2 back-to-back hitting errors.
Crawford remains on serve in the midst of this run. 5-point swing. Lewis on the slide, and that is lovely. Now that's where Lewis can be dangerous.
Wow, incredible shot right down the line. And for that to go past Emma Farrell, it's definitely a good hit.
Emma Farrell, reigning freshman of the year, tremendous in the back row. Randy Smart kind of noted sometimes we have to tell him, hey, it's okay. You're not going to take everything out.
Exactly.
And that's an example right there.
Yes, and she also was ACC Volleyball Player of the Week this week.
Her second time winning the defensive award this year alone. Won it 3 times as a freshman last year. Jake Hong, the assistant, tells Emmy to slide over to serve here. Wake fresh off 5 aces in their 4-set win over Syracuse on Sunday. That goes off the net and lands in. Wow, creative shot from Virginia Tech.
Another successful shot right down the line for the Hokies.
I don't know if these kids play pool growing up or have some familiarity with ping pong, but the ability to ricochet off some corners is impressive.
That was impressive.
That's why the kids got to play multiple sports, not just volleyball. Emma Farrell on the bump set. Ava Carney off the noggin of Malinowski, and that actually drops in. Wow, 3 of the 7 points are bonkers for the Hokies.
You know, I think that was one of those situations where you can't stop playing until you hear the whistle blows. I think that they were kind of surprised and unexpected to see that ball come back over the net.
What a crazy start to set 1. And now Ileana Rodriguez, the St. John's transfer, one of the longest float serves in the game, floats a bit out. That's almost like a 70-foot serve from where she stands.
That is a long ways back.
Marcy Byers noted in this matchup, Tech has to serve really well to keep Wake out of the system. Deacons are hitting .240 entering this match.
Well, and I think that's another thing that the Deacons have in their favor is they have strong ball control.
Back row swing. That is out. Elizabeth Aylwall on the miss. And early on, 4 hitting errors for Virginia Tech. And especially with how good Wake's playing right now, those could be costly mistakes.
Absolutely. They're going to have to kind of tighten that up a little bit if they want to have a chance against them.
Silverling goes back set. Wow, nice dig from Farrell, reigning defender of the week. Farrell keeps it up.
Wow, that was an incredible dig right there.
Open swing, Duran, and beats the block of Slater. It's a good response from Virginia Tech.
Duran took a big swing right there, just pushing right through that block. Here she is on the outside. And it looks like they just weren't able to close the block right there.
Here's Hannah Borer, who has 10 assists per set, has been really good at the net this year. Adams in at center for Wake, feeds the back row, and a kill for Crawford. Hot start, 3 kills on 5 swings.
There's another one of those back row attacks that we're seeing once again.
How much of a weapon is it now for Wake Forest to have Crawford more available in the back row?
I think it's a pretty lethal weapon, especially when they're just in kind of a challenging situation where they can't necessarily push it to one of the front row hitters. They've got that back row option.
Now Crawford rotates in the front. Good swing, but Pierce misses long, no touch. Haley Pierce off a broken thumb injury. It's kind of unique. You see her hand taped up, but that's a hard one to swing with when you're right-handed.
That is, but definitely, you know, great freshman outside hitter making an appearance. And I saw her play against the game in Syracuse, and she had a nasty swing on her.
It was her first match back after missing almost a month with an injury. Duran off the double. Oh, that's a good joust.
Slater to swing.
Off the block. Good hands by Peterson in the front. Duran joins her. And Tech has played 4 different medals this year. This will be important for Sydney Peterson out of Shinomis, Washington.
Yeah, Sydney Peterson, transfer from Nevada, brings a lot of experience to the court, and she just really molds well with the Hokies, even though this is only her second season.
Megan, I can tell you're a West Coaster at heart. You said Nevada correctly, not Nevada, like we hear in political conversations.
That's funny.
Now, there was an antenna touch, but it won't matter. Point for Paige Crawford. This is a hot start for Paige. 4 kills in set 1. And that 3.5 kills per set is now in the top 5 in the ACC.
I feel like Paige Crawford is just a machine. She really is a workhorse, especially the fact that she's playing all 6 rotations. She's got to be pretty exhausted by the end of every match.
Kaylee Cassidy leads the country, 5.5 kills a set, to give some perspective. Now a long swing. Nice save by Rodriguez. Wake with the out-of-system ball. Here's a back row for Duran. Oh, Slater tried to save it, and Tech earns the point, getting to 10. It's a little tough. Second match all season for Slater, and you could tell she was a little too deep to try to play that ball.
Yeah, but I just, I'm thinking on those 2 big blocks that they just had right there. We talked about that early on, the importance of Wake Forest blocks and just shutting things down, which can really change the momentum of this game.
That's a good response from Slater, leading us to the media timeout. What a presence for Ashley Slater back in this Wake lineup, and her Deacons are up 5 in set 1. They sit now 4-2. This is a critical juncture. It's about the 3rd waypoint.
Yeah, you had shared that interesting statistic with me earlier about how it's been 20 years since they've had a 5-2 record.
Paige Crawford was barely alive. She was 1 at that point in 2003.
That's wild to think about, yeah.
Eva Torrance, the oldest player on this team, who might have been like 6 when that happened in 03.
Way older than.
She was a 99 kid. It's been a minute for some of the redshirt seniors. Crawford back to it. And an antenna touch again. We've seen a couple of issues with the Tech block, staying straight and hitting some nets or antennas.
Yeah, they're definitely getting their hands on it, but it's not going. They're still holding on to, but yeah, they've got NC State ahead this weekend, which they're a tough team in the ACC to play.
NC State at 4-2 as well. That could be a heavy-hitting Friday. But these midweeks you get thrown off by the schedule. But Wednesday, Friday this week for both these programs.
Great swing there by Kara Lewis. She's one of those players that just jumps high and has incredible hang time.
And she's super smart. Orthodontist major, wants to go into dentistry.
That's impressive. Getting her master's degree here at Tech.
Crawford goes right past Lewis. That's an epic swing for a 5th kill.
Well, you mentioned smarts. That's one of the things that Randy Smart had mentioned was that the girls are currently in midterms right now, and she said, Wake Forest school, you got to be smart.
Demon Deacons is a team, 3.2 GPA last semester. And that's a hard-earned 3.2.
That is, definitely.
Megan, your days at Clemson, you got to earn those 3.2s. My days at USC, you just pay Reggie Bush and you're good. I can say that as a Trojan alum. It's okay. But here at Wake Forest, highly academic. If you're into the U.S. World News Rankings, top 25 school here at Wake Forest.
It's an absolutely beautiful campus, especially this time of year in October. All the leaves are starting to change.
Virginia Tech gears up for midterms next week, so both these programs are in the tough times of this semester. Good serve.
That was a tough float serve.
Baker on the back set, and Ogogar smacks one. That's her first kill.
Ryan Baker just set her up there beautifully on the slide.
And we thought this matchup would be decided in the middles. We've seen Wake middles have a lot more open swings and clear court, and Tech's been contested with their middles today.
I think that's another thing that you asked about that early on in the game. What's working? Why is Wake Forest performing? What's changed this season? And I think that they just have so many different players and opportunities that they can set the ball to. They don't just have that one outside hitter where they're setting her over and over and over again. Obviously Paige Crawford is huge for this team, but
wow, the slide's
like
working well. Olivia Frankie subs in, redshirt senior with her first kill as well. And that's the luxury for Wake Forest. 3 different middles they can score.
Frankie on the slide right there. And that, again, the block, it's not sealed. So that's just something that they've got to focus on and tighten up a little bit.
Tech down 8. That stays in. Make it 7. Kara Lewis heavily involved. 4 kills on 4 swings.
Yeah, and that's why we highlighted her at the beginning of the game. We knew that Kara Lewis was going to be bringing her A game tonight.
Anytime a team has a middle that leads their club in points and kills, you can tell how the offense is run. Very fast. Baker, dump down. Nice save. Good effort by Cates. Baker again. Little off balance, and Frankie's kept up.
Excellent
nice
defense there for the Hokies.
Here's Carney. Did she get hands? No. Point Virginia Tech. That did miss long.
Now let's take a look at this incredible dig right there. Just a quick touch on the ball. Sometimes those digs can make all the difference in a point and game changer.
Wow, Carney 1v1. Good luck stopping a talented freshman.
Yeah, you got to give Ryan Baker a lot of credit right there for opening up the one-on-one opportunities. That's where, setters just see the court in a way that I don't think any of the other players get to see it.
And Randy Smart, a former setter herself, loved Baker's ability to play at the net and distribute in those tight windows. There's Baker in to serve.
That was a tough serve.
And the overpass is in. So Frankie with her second. That's 6 points now from the Wake Middles. Marcy Byers continuing to work hard. One of the best coaches in Big South history. 4-time Big South Coach of the Year. Moves, 7 minutes from Radford to Blacksburg. And looking to elevate this Tech program. Baker in system. Just keep feeding the middles, and that stays in for Frankie. Her third of the set.
Stick with what's working. I think that's the game plan.
Wow, Wake's hitting .481 in this first set. After losing its first set in back-to-back matches. A much faster start tonight. And that tip is missed. A little behind Sarah Malinowski, and it's set point.
Yeah, it looks like the footwork was just a little bit off, or there was a miscommunication on what we were going to be setting.
Ryan Baker serves for the set. She wins it with an ace. That is a dominant performance, 25-14.
I was going to say, that's a great way to celebrate your birthday. Closing out that first game with an ace for the Deeks.
Serving up some birthday treats here for the Wake Forest crowd. All Demon Deacons in set 1. When we come back, we continue this Tech and Wake Forest rivalry. It was nothing but birthday aces in the first set. So Tech will serve to start this second set. We have not seen Ava Francis yet until right now. The outside hitter, 3 kills a set. Number 24 just checked in.
Well, and I think that was a smart call for their head coach, just to switch things up a little bit, because obviously something wasn't working quite right that first round. We saw a lot of hitting errors, serving errors, so I think it was a good call to change things up. There's
Francis, who's a criminology major and really good on the court. Hits .240, about 2.5 kills a set. Hannah Bohr back in at center. And the touch is blocked. Bob Crawford with those long arms able to tip it down.
Now let's take a look at this right here. Yeah, that's some hang time right there that she had.
That's the old, block. Oh, no, yes. Yep. Just tip it down.
Absolutely.
That's where it pays to be athletic. Had a system ball here for Rodriguez. First swing is long from Ava Francis. Francis hit 173 against FSU, but since that match, 5 of the last 6 in double figures. She's playing some good volleyball. Yeah, we had the chance to talk with head coach yesterday as well, and she said she kind of had some ups and downs in 2022, but has shown a lot of growth this season. She's much more steady and has built her confidence. There's Francis off the double. Adams in system, and the middles are heating up. Well, Gogard has 2. Frankie has 4. There's a lot of options in the middle tonight. That was a beautiful set right there from Adams, and Ogogar just hitting that cross court straight down to the libero. Both Adams and Baker have fed the middles a ton tonight, and for good reason. Wake enters this match 8th in kills. Well, they're playing like a top 10 team tonight. 17 kills. Until that block, there's Peterson at the net. That was the one area Marcy Byers noted. Have to dominate in the middle if Tech's going to have a chance tonight.
Yeah, and I think Sydney Peterson, I think that's her second block of the evening. She's doing a really good job when she's up there in the front row. Her presence is known. And we have another block
with Lewis. So Lewis is the freak athlete, a triple jumper in high school, could do everything in the middle.
Okay, that explains it now, how she has that. Just when we were watching them in warm-ups, it's like she has this abnormal amount of time that she floats in the air.
As that serve goes out by Peterson. Because so far the middles of Wake have hit at ease, and Tech, a couple of blocks recently, but have struggled to score in the middle tonight. Here's the savvy bet, Ava Torrance. Thirteen aces for Ava this year. Bohr off her line. Good hands. Rodriguez clears it.
Great dig there by Rodriguez.
Willock over the triple block. You don't see that too often from the back row. And a touch of the net. Point Virginia Tech.
Pierce did a nice job there. She was kind of out of transition. Footwork wasn't quite right, so she slowed down her shot and just took advantage of the hands.
And being able to play hands is so vital in the college game. It's harder and harder to score, and having that versatility.
Well, that, and you and I were talking about this earlier, the players keep getting taller and taller.
You think of Sydney Palazzolo with Notre Dame, 4.5 kills a set. It's not just all power, it's balance, it's manipulating shots, and we've seen that from both these teams tonight.
Yeah, I think that both these teams, you've got a lot of options, which is great for the setters just to open up those different opportunities. But I think that's where the defense really has to bring it tonight, because they're not going to be sure where the ball's coming from.
And here's Crawford, who's done it all. 7 kills, a couple of digs in the back row. And nearly an ace there. Good return. Duran. Wow, win system. That's how you feed the middles. Good time. Sarah Malinowski with her first kill.
That was a huge swing right there. And again, that was a great play because they definitely kind of mixed things up. You can see right here.
Malinowski had a nice match against BC. 5 kills. Her coming out party, if you will.
Well, I think that that's nice for Virginia Tech. You know, they have options of different players that they can bring if things aren't working quite right.
Malinowski is blocked, and Ogogar throws her hands in the air, waves them like she just doesn't care. Because it's a block party.
It is a block party right there.
You ever been to a block party? You bring the food, you bring the kids, you have some fun with your friends. I'm more of a cotton candy guy, personally. I bring that cotton candy and popcorn in the fall. I'll be at any block party. Maybe not the block party of the Pitt Panthers, who average 2.5 blocks a set. But
yeah,
it's been a good block party tonight for Wake.
That was a great shot right there.
Torrance able to save it. Options here for Siverling. Oh, and a net violation. A little aggressive there on the outside for Wake. Point Virginia Tech.
Got Rodriguez back to serve.
This is where Tech has struggled. Second to last in ace to error percentage. High on the error side. But that's a good serve there.
I was just going to mention that Rodriguez is leading the team in aces, and that serve right there just shows wow.
Ava Carney with a gift. So you had to bring a gift to the party, right? You get the block and then the lucky kill here.
Let's take a look. That's just kind of one of those crazy plays right there. I think she was confident that that was going out, and it landed right on the line.
That look says it all for Marcy Byers.
It does. Not too pleased with that.
Rodriguez struggles on serve, and Carney able to put it in a nice spot. Back-to-back points for Ava Carney.
You know, Carney's one of those players for Wake Forest. I feel like she's more on the quiet side, but she's just very steady.
Carney coming off 18 kills against Syracuse. Siverling. Oh, good play, but a better block. There's Slater with the roof.
That wasn't just a block right there. I mean, did you see how hard that ball came off of their hands onto the ground?
Wake Forest, a big magic number to make the tournament. Got to stay in the top 60. You're in that conversation.
Absolutely.
You have a chance when November comes around.
And I think that that's the goal for Wake Forest right now.
Oh, great roll shot. And that is kept up. Carney, not one. Wait a second. Yeah, too many touches there on Wake.
I wasn't quite sure. I was like, am I counting wrong, or is that 4?
It was a 4th touch because Frankie saw it come down to the net, just not far enough. Virginia Tech, meanwhile, with this 10-0 start, their best start ever. Picked up the big win at Syracuse, a 3-0 sweep. That was their first road win in a year and 2 months. It's been a minute for Marcy Byers. That ball was touched actually by 2 Tech players. It's kept up. Good save by Farrell.
Pierce, that was a big swing right down the line there.
Borer, back set. Oh, it's blocked in. Good hands by Carney. 5 blocks for the Deacons.
I mean, it's just getting shut down.
What's impressive about the block of Wake Forest tonight?
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we really talked about and focused on early in the game is just Wake Forest blocking right now. They've got it figured out.
Kalani Willock with an asteroid of a float serve. That thing turns everywhere. Oh, right in the middle. And a tough play there for Haley Pierce. Point Demon Deacons, who continue to hit over 400 in this match.
Kalani Willock's one of those players for the Deeks that just brings the energy. That was something that I had mentioned early on where Randy Smart was talking about how this team feeds off of energy in the gym. And sometimes when they are playing away, you know, they got to create their own energy. So that's something that they're learning. Randy
Smart noted that in the win over Boston College. Lost the first set, weren't playing very well, and just needed that boost. They went back to win the next 3. She said at home it's easy to get up that energy. You're playing Georgia Tech, you're playing these big teams, but not always as easy when you're the favorite. You're on the road as well.
Definitely, and I think that that's where you look to some of your key players like Kalani Willock, who can just kind of help amplify the energy for the team.
Wake's done very well in this building. 5-2 at home after a 10-win home year last season. Wow, Frankie's hitting in system with ease. Give her 5 kills. I don't know if her dad Bill's here tonight, but he'd be a happy camper. This Frankie kid's swinging it.
I mean, you had a great pass right there. Just huge swing. She's done a good job with just cutting those angles.
Frankie's hitting 403. That's a great number for a middle, right in that 400-plus range.
Yeah, that's exactly where they want to be.
That is blasted long, and a tough start for Ava Francis. Didn't play set 1. 2 hitting errors here for the Arizona transfer.
You know, and that's Coach Byers said that she thinks that Ava Francis is one of those players that has the caliber to be an all-ACC player, but, you know, it's just something as she continues to mature, she's got to just keep working at it.
As Peterson hits it off hands. Crawford beats a double team. Wow. So that's her 8th kill, and from the 10-foot line, that's a hard shot.
That is a very hard shot, but that's what makes her so talented is she's got so many different shots.
This is set for Wake Forest. You see Borer there in the front row.
Yeah, and Hannah Borer just hit her 1,000th assist back in September, which is always a great accomplishment.
Oh, watch out for the wall. Good recovery by Duran. Adams is in. And there's
Great
Duran
dig.
going from the wall to the dig. Now Borer feeds a side swing and a good swipe there by Haley Pierce, the Charlotte native, with the kill.
The Hokies had some excellent defense right there. I think that that's really how they hung on to that point.
Sydney Peterson from the unique town of Glacier Peak, Nevada. You got to love that. And an ace will help the Cogs. This is the closest Tech has been since the early points of set 2. Pearson had a block party against Wake last year in this building. 8 blocks. Wake did win the match in straight sets.
Yeah, she's definitely had a couple of good blocks tonight as well.
In system. Oh, McCarney mistimed it. Lewis mistimed it. Point Wake Forest.
Yeah, I think we just had a miscommunication on what the play was going to be right there, which is unfortunate because it was a great pass. Like you said, they were in system, but just missed that opportunity.
It ends the 3-0 run for Virginia Tech. And maybe the most impactful grad transfer for Wake Forest. Ava Torrance with a nice serve. Net touch here on the Deacons. Point Virginia Tech.
That was also a great swing there by Ava Francis. I saw some heat. Fire was coming behind that ball.
She puts a good rip on that cut shot.
She does. There's a lot of top spin.
Francis had a coming-out party against Florida State. 20 kills in that 5-set. I think 4 of the 5 sets went over the added points. There was a lot of extra volleyball. Here's Crawford tight with a good touch shot, but hits the antenna. Point Virginia Tech. So the Hokies have settled in now to the second set.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they've got a little bit of momentum now starting to come into their favor, getting more comfortable in their routine.
Service error gives it right back. That is the 5th error for Virginia Tech tonight.
Those are the points you just don't want to be giving away at this point in the match.
And we showed you earlier, but a 12 attacking errors, so that's on your offensive side. You combine the 5 service errors, that's almost a set's worth of points.
Yeah, that's significant.
Here's Paige Crawford in front of her teammates. Is that nerve-wracking at all when you serve in front of your players? Oh, it certainly doesn't there on the block for Carney. Like, does it ice your own team when they're right behind you here?
You know, that's a great question, but I think, you know, you practice and you're comfortable with them, so hopefully they're giving you the respect to be able to just serve and handle it.
You're getting the mausoleum treatment like you're the Mona Lisa. Everyone's standing behind you, adoring you on this serve.
I think that when you play at this level, you got to be able to handle that pressure.
In a pretty good environment here in Winston-Salem as that shot is into the back row. Good kill by Francis.
Francis did a really nice job right there because her body was positioned as though she was going to be hitting cross court, but just kind of hit it right down the line.
Here's Sierra Cates out of the desert of Temecula, California. Nifty serve over the net. Tough ball there. Punched over. Gogar off the net, and it benefits Wake Forest up 7.
Those are those frustrating scenarios when it gets, you know, kind of tangled up in the net, and you've got your feet dug in expecting a hard kill, and then it just kind of changes things.
It's like the Matrix, but you're not Keanu Reeves. You can't just stop time and move your arm up.
Exactly.
A little difficult adjustment there for Brees Sibberling. Now when the front row is set, Crawford runs over. Carney rears one off the block. Good recovery. Frankie hits it out. It's only the second hitting error for Wake all set, and Tech is back within 6.
Yeah, I was just going to say I'm actually surprised to see that ball go out. And Frankie, she's always key on that slide right there, so I'm sure that they're going to keep sticking with it.
Ileana Rodriguez. That is just deep. Service errors continue to be a factor 6 for Virginia Tech. Right now, Miami is the best serving team in the country and in the ACC as well. There's a lot to do. Serve and pass can win you a lot of games in this conference. Tight swing into the double.
Tech doing a good job covering on the block right now.
Oh, Duran tools the block. Big point for Tech.
Great swing there for Duran. Just clean and smooth. She has a nice finesse to her swing.
Duran was more of a defensive-minded hitter for Virginia Tech last year. 4 digs per set. This year, more offensive-minded in the front row. But we've seen her attack from the middle, from the back right. Not afraid to feed her all over the court. Yeah,
definitely a great player to have for the Hokies.
So rebuilding Virginia Tech team, wanting a second straight win, and an ace will help. So all of a sudden here, if you're Randy Smart, you have to think about some things in a 5-point difference. I know you don't want to burn timeouts, but all of a sudden, Wake is creeping back in. Until that error gives it right back.
Gosh, those serving errors, that's got to be frustrating. Those are the points you're just not wanting to give away. It's just kind of that freebie. I totally get, you know, wanting to come at them and serve aggressive, especially because they are a good passing team, but you got to keep that ball in.
Virginia Tech is only siding out 48% of the time, so about half the points, continuing long rallies. Nice set here to Peterson, and the slide works perfectly. So Peterson with her first kill.
Yeah, Peterson seems like the slide is definitely one of her go-to preferred attacks.
There's Duran. Willock, good return. Wow, nice dig.
That was a great dig.
That was Bohr to clear it.
It's just handed to her.
Was her hands there at the net? No. Point Wake Forest. This is a crucial second set here for Virginia Tech. This defense will help Wake, though.
Let's take a look at this defense right here. Look at this dig, just straight into her lap.
I love a good platform. You can land a jet on one of these things.
Absolutely.
Oh, big swing from the back. Francis, another shot. Hits it long. Wake, 2 points from the set.
I think right there she was just swinging high, hoping that it could potentially touch some hands.
Emma Farrell to serve out set 2. So Francis has to play this deep. Baker goes to Crawford. Wow, it's been Paige Crawford's night. Give her 9 kills on 14 swings.
I mean, that was an incredible swing right there by Paige Crawford. I mean, for where you and I are sitting, Evan, and I just watched her up there, I said the only thing that she's going to be able to do is a sharp cross-court shot, and that's exactly what she did.
Set point, Wake Forest. Peterson with the left. Little joust. Crawford for the set. Bohr keeps it alive. Francis with a full head of steam dug out. Crawford. One more. Give her 10 kills to terminate set 2. Both in that pivotal year 5, year 6 as you transition to a full recruiting. Virginia Tech struggled in the first 2 sets. The block continues for Wake Forest. 16 blocks. Nice save there. And Duran with a nice cut shot down the line. Point Virginia Tech.
That's the second time that she's had a shot like that, or that they've had success with that, where it looks like they're going cross court and then just sending it right down the line.
Virginia Tech will bring in Ava Francis to the front row, and when she's rolling, 3.2 kills a set. That's a big arm for the Hokies. Here's Duran. Oh, that missile off the floor.
Serve.
Wow, good luck returning that.
That thing just dropped right in front of him.
Leandra Duran, who's had 4 aces in an ACC match before. Another good serve. Frankie able to help her out. Bohr backside. Off hands. What a start here in set 3.
Definitely a little bit of change of momentum. I'd be curious the conversation that they had when they stepped away from the court, you know, because something has changed.
Virginia Tech has struggled on the road this year. They want to show some resolve here in set 3. Kylie Adams in at center. And Crawford is blocked out. That's Paige's 11th kill of the night. Her season best is 20. She's now in double figures for the 19th time at Wake Forest.
Chipping away towards that 20, though.
Would be a heck of a third set if she gets to 20 kills tonight.
You know what? You never know.
I have seen a few matches where players get 10 in the set.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Oh, nice kill, Duran. Well, clearly the offense is more diversified for Tech here in set 3.
You know, when studying and learning about these 2 programs, one of the main notes that I put down about Duran is that she's got a lot of different shots in her toolkit. And I think that that's what she's showing right now and why she's having success.
Duran has a beach background from her Puerto Rican days. Played both beach and indoor growing up.
Okay, that could definitely explain it.
Good block by Lewis. And here's Virginia Tech with a resounding 5-1 start.
Just one-on-one right there. Shutting it down.
This was the key Marcy Byers noted. Her middle block has to be physical tonight.
Yes.
With the size of Wake. That goes through the block. A kill for Ashley Slater.
Yeah, it looked like they just didn't have their hands penetrating over the net quite enough.
So Wake Forest continues to hit .328 in this match. We noted that Slater story coming back from injury last weekend. What a big presence to add another arm to the outside. Olivia Fish was up and down hitting-wise, and they throw Slater in the equation.
But again, I think that's great for Wake Forest. You know, whether you have Slater, you have Fish, you've got options.
Lewis in the middle is dugout.
Dig right there by Torrance.
And Crawford into the net. So here's Virginia Tech riding the waves up to a 6-2 start. By the way, Crawford was due for one, her first hitting error of the night.
Yeah. We all can have at least one error in a game.
There's Coach Cardozo coming forward. He's an analyst of this program once or twice. He came in for the NIVC, did an excellent job. Although, Megan, I'm glad to have you here. I don't mean to say that as a gripe against you by any means. Baker plays it off the net. Nice recovery. Oh, Durant from the back. Wow, Torrance spotted back in.
Another dig for Torrance.
Rodriguez is saved.
Wow.
And that's inside the antenna. No, she swings. Whoa, Ava Francis, that's special.
I don't even have words. That was an insane save right there. So let's watch this all go down.
I mean, the awareness here to save it.
That save, yeah, it was incredible.
And then, okay, I got it.
And then I'm just going to go ahead and hit it in front of the 10-foot line.
What an ace here for Virginia Tech. Oh, for Randy Smart, here comes the timeout. And the Hokies have come to play in this third set. Randy Smart talking this over with her Deacons. It's all lead of the night. And now they want to pull off a reverse sweep, or at least push this to 4 if they can. New server in Elena Dupree. Ogogar hits hands and a point for Wake Forest. How important is that timeout for Wake to reset themselves?
It was. Well, when you call a timeout like that, that's exactly what you want coming out of a timeout.
This will be a neat matchup. Dupree, 2.5 kills a set. Good option for Tech comes in. In this rotation, a ton of hitters for Wake in the front.
This is one of those moments when you come off of a big swing like that, you got to make sure you keep the serve in. So Paige Crawford did a nice job there.
Carney. Oh, nice downline shot. Big swing for the freshman.
That was a big, nasty swing right there, especially she wasn't in rotation. So, you know, her footwork was a little bit off, but she just held on right there.
Baker now 11 assists on her birthday. I guess as the setter, do you get the birthday gift? Do others give you the gift?
It's a great question.
Because she's been feeding her teammates all night.
A lot of gift giving.
Nice assist there to set up Francis with the kill. We've seen a ton of lineup changes for Virginia Tech tonight. Marcy Byers trying to press every right button here in this third set. It gets tough. The Hokies have struggled on the road here in the ACC. Done really well at home. But losses at Clemson, at BC, but a big win at Syracuse. Baker navigates the line, and Carney lays it down low for the dunk.
Carney, really smart play right there. She looks like she's going for a big swing and then just slow tip. They couldn't get there quite fast enough.
That's the Kawhi Leonard paw with her big hand on it.
And I think when you've been having, you know, big swing after big swing, that's what they were expecting to come. So it was a smart choice for her to switch that up.
That was a note Randy Smart noted with us this week, with Carney developing different shots and being more comfortable using those shots, especially as a true freshman.
Yeah, I mean, she's showing up as a true freshman, though, right now. I'm definitely impressed with her style of play.
Carney just over 2, nearly 3 kills a set. That one is just out. Carney thought it was in. And maybe a challenge here for Wake.
I do think a challenge is coming because they're definitely thinking that went off some fingers.
And Randy can't pull the sticky card off the Velcro. There's the card. She said, I found it. Let me put that Velcro back
right
on.
there.
Because when I saw that live, I thought maybe it twirled down to the white stripe, but it was hard to tell.
Yeah. Let's take a look at it right here. Carney swinging.
Yeah, that looks a little deep.
That ball is definitely deep right there.
So our R1, Stephen Shepard, will take the look. I love the security guard, too, for the officiating crew.
You know, I think that was a good call, though, for Randy Smart to challenge this one, especially, you know, looking at the score right now, Virginia Tech leading 11-5. This could completely shift, you know, the momentum in the game.
Randy Smart nearing 60 wins here at Wake Forest, and this continues to be her best start for the Deacons because they have a big week. NC State coming up Friday. Now, of course, this match tonight, but the chance to be 5-2, possibly 6-2, and then you're really saying something in the ACC.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that they've really focused on is obviously they know they've got some of the big teams ahead, but they just got to take it one game at a time.
Because the following week, things get really big. Top 10, Louisville, Notre Dame with Salema Rockwell. They have a good club, and then Pitt on the back end of that. This is an important month here for Wake Forest. It
is. They definitely have a tough schedule ahead, but I think based on the way that they're playing right now, they're prepared to handle it.
That match against Notre Dame is on the network, so check that out next Sunday.
I think that's one of the things that Randy Smart mentioned is people don't like to play Wake Forest. We're right in the middle of the pack, and so, we're a threat because they can't overlook us.
Looks like a call's now been determined. So the ball remains out. So Wake Forest with one remaining challenge, unless this goes 5 sets.
So we've got Rodriguez, grad student, transfer from St. John, back to serve. She played with the Dominican national team for 3 seasons in the summer.
I love the international flair on this Virginia Tech team. Puerto Rico, Dominican. Not as internationally flavored as Georgia Tech.
Yes, but definitely bringing some diversity and definitely some good experience.
Ryan Baker out of Illinois on the serve. Serves that one long. Which in terms of volleyball country is about as diverse as anybody with the great programs up in the Big Ten country. There are a lot of great programs that come out of Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana. We noted RPI earlier, Wisconsin, #1 in RPI. And they're right up there with Louisville and Nebraska's Final Four teams. It was a big year for the Big Ten. Baker goes back set. Nice dig by Bohr. Excellent dig. And a double touch, a little deep in the pocket there. So I think that was one of those situations. It was a great dig, but that ball had so much spin on it that I think her hands just kind of mishandled it. Tech has led this entire third set. Duran. Wow, that ricochets out. Creative touch there by Crawford. Point Virginia Tech. That set right there was very fast-paced to the outside for Duran. I think maybe they're trying to speed up their style of play a little bit just to work around the block. Marcy Byers noted building a winning mindset for Virginia Tech, and that win at Syracuse was huge in that department. Now down 2 sets. Wow, Slater touches the floor with ease. Well, that was an incredible swing right there for Slater. We also have to give credit to that bump set that they just had over there. That was beautiful. There's the pass set, the bump set. Slater, huge swing right there. Ashley Slater, who'd only played a handful of sets until last week, steps up with 12 kills against Boston College. That's one of the big reasons Wake won that match in 4. Great touch there for Slater as well. Baker with a bump, and that's freed over. Bohr, back row. Duran blasts one that goes back in play. Oh, Peterson was looking for help. Point Wake Forest. And I believe a kill for Farrell. Farrell smiles. I think she's like, I'll take that kill right there. So we have Duran taking a big swing there from the back row. And watch Emma Farrell there at the end of this play. Oh, I got it. That's her first kill of the season. She does many things well. She does. Typically an attacking player, but makes things happen in the back row. Slater's more of that threat. Again. That almost went in the basketball hoop. And instead of hitting there for Virginia Tech. Yeah, that was a tough ball right there. That was kind of another one of those that was a big dig. And again, it was spinning fast, and I think it was just a little too tight to the net for Pierce to do anything about it. It was 8-2 Virginia Tech early. Wake has crawled back. This is a crucial juncture here if you're Marcy Byers' club. That's in. Wow. an ace and a kill for Farrell in the set. Timeout, Virginia Tech.
I feel like we knew that time.
Guy in record rolling. Let's see if we can sneak in as an at-large in a month and a half. Long way away from selection Monday. Peterson hits that long, and it's back to a 1-point difference.
Wake has definitely done a nice job just kind of digging their heels in and slowly chipping away at the score.
Emma Farrell leading this service run. It's a 5-0 spurt for Wake. Francis on the return.
Pierce taking a big swing right there from the outside.
Good coverage. Peterson off balance. Slater is kept up. Rodriguez keeps it going. Oh, Farrell saves it. Fantastic. Wait a second. Oh, double touch.
Incredible defense right there for Farrell. I mean, she just launches her body.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately,
there.
yeah, just mishandled the ball.
Ended a perfect save there by Farrell. Now some confusion. Wake having to hustle back on defense as Francis clears it over. Ogogar terminates the point. Every time you say Emma Farrell's name, she's around the ball, and that dig leads to the point.
Yep, great dig right there. In system, and a nice swing for Odegaard.
8 digs now for Farrell. She's nearing double figures. That's not a surprise. And Ogogar with 5 kills. Lewis gets up fast. That was a nice jump there to put that ball down. Are we sure she doesn't have pogo sticks for legs?
It is. It is just wild how long she stays up in the air when she's swinging.
How's the gravity here in Varsity Arena? I've never tested it. I'm vertically challenged.
I think, though, that's why she has so much success in the middle.
Lewis now rises for the block and gets beat at the net. Ogogar on the slide with 6 kills tonight. There is so much balance for Wake. Crawford 11, Slater 6, Ogogar 6, Frankie 5, Carney 5. It's coming from all over the place.
Yeah, they've all shown up tonight. And I think that's one of the big things we've seen, too, is not too many hitting errors.
Only 10 for Wake. That's about 2 or 3 a set. You can live with that as a coach.
Yeah, definitely.
Francis is kept up. Farrell has to bump this. And Carney takes liftoff into Rodriguez's arms. Dupree, what a save by Torrance. Oh, Crawford into Dupree. That is in, and a point for the Demon Deacons.
All smiles as they gather together, rightfully so. And that just right there.
How about Ava Torrance here?
Yeah, incredible dig, and then just having Paige in the back row as an option, again, is just such a great tool for them to have.
Now Crawford serves. Bohr the dump. Torrance sniffs it out. Uh-oh, confusion. Dupree's got it. Nice roll shot. Ogogar touches hands, and Wake has its first lead of the set.
Excellent defense coming from both sides right there in that rally.
What did Randy Smart say? She wants it to be hard to touch the floor against her defense. Look at this 9-2 run. Tech was up 8-2. They were rolling early, forced a timeout, and it's been all Wake Forest since.
Scrambling after that serve right there.
That was a hand touch. Point Ava Carney in Wake Forest. And a timeout for Marcy Byers. Things can certainly change it. Bohr with a joust. Gets it back. Look at Dupree take blast. And Torrance is there. Tech a lot of out-of-system balls tonight. Dupree the roll, and it falls. Almost an accident there in the back row, but it lands in for the point.
Yeah, we saw 2 back-to-back swings right there for Dupree from the back row, and she was smart changing up the speed right there.
I think Baker didn't realize that Emma Farrell's on the court because she was diving everywhere for that one. Good news, everyone's okay.
Emma Farrell's one of those players that I think teams strategically, playing their offense around her. And can we talk about that kill right there for Ogagar, running the slide and just smashing it right down the line.
She has 8 kills. At least 5 of those have been on the slide tonight.
Look at here, running on the slide. And that line was just wide open.
Serving specialist Kendall Phillips out of Virginia Beach comes in.
Just over the tape. And it leads to a dump down point by Frankie.
Well, it's got to be nice when you deal balanced offense and you bring in a serve specialist late in the third.
I was going to say, you bring in a serve specialist, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, what kind of serve are we going to see? And we saw that overpass right there, so it's a unique serve.
One more. That time Carney's over it. Dupree. And Torrance's ability to directionally return the ball as that one shot out. A rare miss. Only the third error for Crawford tonight. It's a tight one here in set 3. All Wake in the first 2 sets. Frankie's turn on the slide, and Wake Forest is living with their middles tonight.
I mean, another massive swing right there on the slide, again down the line. They're 2 for 2 on that. Early on in the game, we highlighted the middles. That's what we had talked about, and we're seeing it right now. The middles have shown up.
Frankie had 12 kills when these teams met last year. There's a service error for Wake Forest. Continues that threat tonight with 7 more. And now how important is this serving sequence? Down to Hannah Borer, the setter in. With the camo alternate jerseys, you gotta love that. But maybe not the serve there. Now it's Wake up 3.
Those type errors this far into the game are definitely frustrating ones where you're hard on yourself because you don't want to be giving away those points at the end.
Here's the freshman Ava Carney. Good deep serve. Peterson on the slide.
Great dig.
Carney gets it over. Frankie gets the tee shot and puts it away.
See this dig? Sent over the net. And Frankie just...
That's a lot of court to work with.
Let me find the spot that's open. Yep.
8 kills for Frankie. And a service error gives it right back. Wake will live with the numbers, though. 5 errors, 3 aces. Tech, though, at 2-1. Error to ace tonight.
Definitely seeing a lot of service errors as we close out this set.
Leandra Duran with her club down 3. Puts a good one. Frankie is tipped by Peterson, and that's a roof. Virginia Tech with its 5th block of the night. And how crucial will this be for Tech to get any bit of confidence late in set 3? Coming off the Syracuse road win, their first road win of the year in the conference.
Well, and blocks will definitely help give you that confidence.
A net touch on Peterson, point Slater, and now Wake 2 from the match.
Definitely had more net violations this game than what I'm used to seeing.
And I found a mermaid in the stands.
Saw a mermaid.
Here's a superhero in the back row, Emma Farrell, fresh off the Defensive Player of the Week honors. Borer. Nice kill for Pierce. Coming off that broken thumb and a big swing.
Borer right there just had a beautiful jump set to the outside. Take a look at this. Her hands just, that was a great play. It's very smooth. Nice
ace for the Hokies. Duran extends it 23-22.
We have us a game right here.
And a timeout. Back-to-back points for Virginia Tech, down 1. Carney returns it. Crawford smashes and it lands in. Match point.
Wake Forest is definitely sitting in a good position right now with having Crawford in the front row again. Just adding another kill for the evening. This right here is known to be a great rotation for Wake Forest.
Last chance for Virginia Tech.
Francis swinging.
Francis extends it. Nice swing from just inside the 10-foot line.
That was a great swing for Francis on the outside, and especially if that's going to Farrell and she's not digging it, you know that that was a tough swing.
So checking in, Elena Dupree. Big option on the right side. Now to serve it. Match point, Wake Forest. To swing for the match. Crawford is dug out.
Hanging on for dear life right
Francis is blocked, and it's Baker on her birthday with the final block to secure the swing.
there. Baker